Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'd like to welcome our new subscribers, but also thank those of you stopping again for this week's energy update. So let's jump right in. Today, we spoke about this a little bit last week, but Venus is actually deep in the heart of the sun. She's conjunct the sun today, meaning the Venus cazimi, if you will. It also indicates that she's halfway through her retrograde season in Leo. This Venus retrograde season in Leo, in my opinion, is all about what and who we value, what and who we value, and how that defines the love that we have for ourselves, as well as your authentic, true self-love. So. We are at the halfway point, as I mentioned, of this Venus retrograde cycle in the sign of Leo. When she's deep in the heart of the sun, that kind of diminishes her energy a bit. And once she steps away from the sun, she's actually going to be a morning star. So this is also indicating to us that this is a new Venus cycle of events that will be occurring. It's a culmination of many years of energy relative to Venus's cycle. So we're beginning a new cycle at this time. While her power is diminished, while she's deep in the heart of the sun, it's very difficult for her to expel energy, or for us to pick up on that energy. So there could be some relationship ambiguity that is prominent in your life right now. It also can bring in faded relationships. And this energy will continue for the next few days. It was with us, it's been with us really all weekend, even though the conjunction is today, the actual conjunction itself. But the trine that she has with Chiron began over the weekend. So this is, very healing energy. Whatever happens to be occurring, as her energy is muted, the healing is really emerging. And this could be ancestral healing. Again, we spoke more about this in last week's video. So if you want to hear more about it, certainly look at last week's video. Then we're going to zoom forward to Wednesday. Wednesday is our really big energy day this week. We have a new moon in Leo, and Leo is ruled by the sun. And the Leo energy, so you want to set a new intention. New moons always ask us to set a new intention relative to the energy where the sun is. The sun is in Leo. So this is all about heartfelt, heart-centered energies. It's about courage. It's about confidence. So anything that is heartfelt, if you have an intention that you'd like to set, now's the time to do that. And the energy will continue to stay with us. It's something that you want to work on or work with for the next 6 months. And it will culminate at the time of the full moon in Leo in the summer, or in the winter, because now it's the summer. Anyway, we did say that this new moon is ruled by Uranus. Well, guess what? The sun is square Uranus at the time of this new moon. That is all about a lot of geomagnetic activity. There could be solar flares, perhaps. But also, because Uranus is in the sign of Taurus, there could be very prominent earth events that could pop up out of nowhere. And I do have to tell you, with the wildfire that occurred in Maui on Tuesday of this week, that's the type of earth event that I am referring to that can really just come up out of the blue. As an individual, this energy could present, because it's the sun square Uranus, so the sun is representative of us as an individual. This could be a situation that pops up from out of the blue that challenges your authenticity, Uranian energy, right? The best way to handle this energy, should that be part of the energy that you feel over the course of Wednesday, early or later, or even on Thursday for that matter, being genuine will help you manage this energy, because you want to pair up with that authenticity. Be genuine, be yourself. These shocks and surprises, like I said, they could be plenty. It could be a bit of a roller coaster. They could come in out of the blue. Just work with the energy as best you can. Be genuine. I tell you, that's my best advice for the use of this energy. Then shortly thereafter, on the same day, Mars, which is in the sign of Virgo, is going to trine Uranus. But before, there's an element of this full moon that I forgot. So let me back up a little bit. Sorry to get things out of order here. But Mars at the time of the new moon is within orb of Mercury, which is in shadow. And this speaks about, because Mercury's in the sign of Virgo, discernment, details, a lot of mental energy. If you catch yourself mentally spinning, that's part of this Mars and Mercury, their conjunction in the sign of Virgo. If you have a detailed assignment that you need to tackle that later in the day on Wednesday. It'll come quite easy for you. That discernment will be very pronounced. However, like I mentioned, shortly thereafter, Mars in that sign of Virgo is going to trine Uranus. I love trines with Uranus because unlike the squares, which are shocks and surprises that can be really jarring, this energy will allow you, especially with that Mars being in Virgo, to use discernment to help catapult you into a higher level of authenticity, if you will. There was a channeling, as I looked at this energy earlier today, a channeling came to me, and that channeling was using, absolute, very clear discernment to absolutely rid yourself of unnecessary elements of your life. That could be things that are, standing in the way of you understanding your authenticity of who you are. It's that extra baggage that really keeps you from being the best version of yourself that you could be. Well, with Mars coming in, you will now see how and understand how easy it is to reclaim your power of authenticity by just simply putting that baggage down. Step away, walk away from it. It'll be easy to do on this day. Well, that's all I have for you this week. It's a pretty light energy as far as numbers of things happening, but I really do believe that energy on Wednesday with Uranus, it can really just take us by surprise. So we'll pace ourselves, and a bit of a roller coaster, I'm sure. Because I've mentioned this before, that I do feel energy in advance. I was jarred this week on Tuesday after those fires on Maui. My son does live on West Maui, and within very close range of the fires. I was unable to reach him the entire day Tuesday. It was very much a roller coaster day. I tried to remain as patient as I could, understanding that he will reach out as soon as it's possible. Ended up having to get someone to fly from a different island to search for him. They found him. All ends well. Like I said, just work with the energy as best you can, be patient, and be authentic. Certainly be yourself. I did pull a card from the Animal Spirit deck this week. We used the Kim Kranz Animal Spirit book. The card that jumped out does not surprise me. It is the Cheetah card. And the Cheetah card is all about solar force, action, achievement, and masculine energy. The solar force, I like that. We're dealing with the new moon that is ruled by the sun, and action, which is all about Mars. And we've got Mars and Uranus doing a dance this week. Let's see what the book says. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine into the cheetah, it shines from inside this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. And I gotta tell you, that has a little bit of the Venus retrograde undertones in it too, doesn't it? Well, thank you so much for stopping by today. I truly do appreciate it. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you know somebody that could be helped by this video, please do share it with them. Co-create with me, won't you? If you want to know when videos are being dropped, please click the subscribe button. And if you have any comments, any suggestions whatsoever, I'd love to hear them. Post them in the comments section below. I will be performing a wedding ceremony next weekend. I'm super excited about that. A dear friend's daughter that I've known since 2006, she was just a small child when I met her, is getting married. And they have asked me to bless their marriage as an officiant, which I will most certainly do. I'll do my best to get a video up on Sunday, but I do have to travel back home on that day as well. It could be a little bit later by the time it's released. Regardless, have a fabulous week of the new moon in Leo with all of the Uranian energy around it. Ride the wave. Have a great week. Namaste.